The social justice movement that has rocked Israel in recent weeks appears to have shaken off years of apathy by the public and brought hundreds of thousands to the streets. People have set up tent camps protesting the high food costs, out-of-reach prices for housing, and eroding health care.
We always think that people here in Israel are apathetic and don't care about what the governments do, and it's very depressing. But this protest, very surprised everybody, I think, because you can see that people really care, and after many, many years, when they sit in quiet and don't do nothing.
The core issues are not security or the peace process.
This country is not democratic. It's turning out to be very dictatorial, very much so. Us as citizens, we have no rights. What we want, we don't get. The government does whatever they want. We vote, everything is corrupted. We fight over cottage cheese instead of fighting for our country. Now that's pathetic in my eyes.
This is kind of ridiculous to set up tents, but I'm not I have no right to say anything about it. But I see that there should be change and there should be democracy, and we should have a free right in speech, and we should see some changes.
Israel has always prided itself as a democracy, the only true democracy in the Middle East. Nothing would seem to manifest this more than public debate and free speech. But people are starting to question whether this democracy has eroded.
The
majority of Israelis have no idea what democracy is because the average Israeli sees it as going to elections every 3 or 4 years. They don't understand that those elected have to keep their promises.
Deep down, I don't think they understand democracy because they've not been involved actively in forming the tapestry of a society that could call itself democratic.
They say we have democracy, but in reality we don't. If you oppress the weak and the lower and middle classes, it's not equality. The upper classes are taking all the profits.
While fiercely rallying for economic justice, what is remarkable about this protest movement is the discourse and total absence of belligerence and violence.
Israel is a very strong and stable democracy, even in the rich and full sense of the word. On one hand, while the Americans are saying of themselves that united we stand, we in Israel are proud of the saying divided we stand. We are very divided and we're proud of it. However, the level of violence is very, very low, almost non-violent at all, while we're debating each other.
This time, the people want to see the present government stay and change its policies and stop its capitalistic erosion of the Israeli welfare state.
We have a democracy, but it's just not very good one.
Israelis have finally learned that elections don't solve anything and that now there's accountability between elections. This is a truly deep change in Israeli society, and it's a result of the fact that there are no wars in the region at this time. A little war would reverse it all, and that appears to be just what the government wants.
What experts believe Israeli society really needs is a good civics lesson.
Truth is that we teach our kids not enough civic studies. I served as a chair of the civic studies in the state of Israel, and my feeling is that we have to invest much more in this specific field of knowledge.
The Citizens Empowerment Center in Israel is working to improve civics and debate among Israeli high schoolers. They have also been pushing for reforming the political structure in Israel to have more constituency voting.
I think the youth in the past, after our campaign that will take it, in the Facebook and Twitter and the websites, we need to take it one step forward and to explain them how it will affect their life, how it will affect the roads from Sderot to Tel Aviv, how it will affect the beds in the hospitals, how it will affect the houses, the prices, something that's not believable today in the future. I think that the main problem, if we'll change the political structure, we can change a lot.
After a very long period of time, for the first time I see huge debate about an issue which has nothing to do with foreign policy and security, which is a new phenomenon in Israel. I think this is very good for us. I do believe that the government is listening to the people right now, and we are starting to see some kind of negotiation. It is still very suppressed, but some kind of negotiation that will lead to a new social contract in Israel.
From Jerusalem, this is Felice Friedson reporting for the Media Line.